All right. Good morning. How you doing? My ear itches. Welcome to my channel. I am George Lawfrey, and this is George Lawfrey. See a movie review going on. I haven't been in a couple of weeks or months. And probably after the first of the year, I'm going to try something a little different. Go on a different tangent to see if it's the movie reviews, nobody wants to watch movies, or anybody collects movies, or anybody really cares what I'm saying about these movies or my opinion on movies. May have to do something a little bit different just to see if it's me or the content that I'm talking about, or if it's just something being crazy like me, maybe. Anyway, so here we go. We're gonna talk about a new movie called Black Widow. Came out in 2021. It is a Disney. Well, geez, can't even think right now. Marvel Studios. There it is. It's in my notes. It's just I'm not working on my computer because my computer's doing something different, which we'll talk about in a couple episodes. It's working real hard right now. So, Black Widow is about a couple of girls that were taken and mind controlled and made to be soldiers. In the comic book, had them as men, but Marvel's going this weird way anyway. Even though it was a feminist-directed movie, a feminist, all women doing it, it was actually a pretty good movie to watch. The special effects in this movie was actually pretty good. And Walt Disney Motion Pictures usually does pretty good movies, but the politics on this one are just outrageous. So this is a spinoff on Marvel. Marvel Studios has done this movie. Hopefully, I don't have the echo too much. Anyway, so the lead character is our actress from, what's her name anyway? Oh, I can't remember it. I don't know it off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure if I look at this thing, I'll find it. But anyway, Alexander Stravenko from Iron Man 1, 2, 3. I think it was Iron Man or the Avengers that she was in. Anyway, this woman came from the Avengers from America, went to Russia, broke out, dad, out of prison, explains her backstory in the Marvel's Avenger series. Then she went and found her sister after getting a cure for the Black Widow virus syndrome, or the mind control stuff. So, she steals SHIELD intelligence to do this. They get black market help, a helicopter, they crash. It actually turns out to be a pretty good action sequence. The special effects in this thing, even though most of them are digital, were actually pretty good. They did a real good job making this movie. They spent a lot of time and money doing it, so it should be a pretty good movie. The storyline, if you're not paying attention, I had to watch it twice to catch the whole thing, because if you don't pay attention 100%, you miss one little bit, just a little bit of the movie. You'll be lost in the whole thing, and it helps that you've watched Marvel movies before, all the Avenger movies before this one, because this is kind of a spinoff on that. Anyway, so she finds her sister gets set free from the mind control by this agent, and then her sister sends it to the other sister that's in America and SHIELD. And then she brings it back, and they meet at gunpoint, not trusting each other. It turns out to be a pretty interesting, riveting movie. She gets put up in a mobile home with a generator, and generator runs out of gas, and then she gets T-boned or crashed, and then some kind of super soldier gets her, tries to fight with her, and once the serum that she's packing around with her, then she ends up, like I say, go back and found her sister's house in Russia, and then it turns out to be quite an interesting thriller, action, take you by the seat of your pants all over the place. If it weren't for the politics in it, I'd give it a 5-star. But I'm giving it 4 stars because it's actually a decent movie. It's worth watching, in my opinion. And then later on, they reveal there's more than just 2 Black Widows or one, where the title would be. They reveal there's like hundreds of thousands of them controlled by one man. It's kind of a funny thing. Agents all over the world, so they figure out how to disarm the ones that were on the flying fortress, the dark room or black room, whatever they called it. And then red room, that's it. Red room, that's what they called it, the red room. They spent half the movie trying to find it. The best action in the whole movie is towards the end, because they destroy the red room, kill the guy in charge, access the computers, find out who they are, blow the place up. Get the process removed to straightened out as far as the antidote to the women that are there, and through explosives, air ducts, and other stuff across the Red Room station, or Red Room building, flying building, whatever you want to call it. They kind of use the same thing as S.H.I.E.L.D. to fly their aircraft carriers. Anyway, so they do all this fun stuff and run around and talk and go crazy, and I don't understand why I can't get these videos more than 10 minutes. They destroy things. At the end, S.H.I.E.L.D. actually shows up to pick up the thing after they crash the station, and everybody survives. The way the thing came down was kind of interesting. They must have had to reshoot the sequences over and over and over again on a green screen, because this was a lot. This movie took a lot of work and probably a lot of behind-the-scenes talent to get this thing to work right. But it was actually pretty good. So it did a pretty good job doing that. I kind of like this movie. Like I say, it was a pretty good movie. So, oh yeah. Okay, the movie cost them. Well, the movie ran for an hour and 34 minutes. It was in the United States. It's English. They spent $200 million on it. They made $379.6 million. So that's really 25% of what they spent. They made on it, or half of what they spent. They made on it, which is, a little over half, which is not bad. But some of the other movies we've recently talked about had higher profit margins than this one. It might have been because it came out in 2001 during the pandemic, but, they were doing the watch now type of thing. The artwork on the cover is kind of interesting, too. So I recommend you go watch it. It's based on a Marvel comic book, so I don't remember ever seeing one like that, but, I didn't read all the Marvel comic books, just a few that I liked at the time because I couldn't afford to get them all. Anyway, it came out July 9th, 2001. Anyway, that's a pretty good movie. So, July 4th is the date the GoFundMe page goes down, because I'll be either moving or changing things up quite a bit. If things don't happen the way I expect them to, I'll be end up having to move at that point in time. hopefully everybody watching, whether you're subscribed or not subscribed to this channel, I don't think you did, but hopefully you do. And then go over to the GoFundMe page, which the link should be in the description. If not, it's in one of the descriptions of one of the movies, since I've been talking about this. And then, like I say, in a couple weeks, I'm going to try something different for this channel to see if it's just the movies that I'm talking about or if it's the content I'm talking about. Try something 200% different than what I'm doing, just to see if you guys see if it's the content, it's me, something I'm doing wrong, not sounding official, not having enough reverb in my channel, if the stage presence is not right. I'm trying a whole bunch of different things to see if I can get the audio and everything to work, like it should, so that everybody gets interested in this movie. Maybe I'm just boring, or maybe I'm just doing bad movie references. Maybe I'm just not going deep enough. I don't know yet. We'll find out. But I'm going to go 100% different and do some of the things I told you I was going to do on this channel. Maybe that'll pick the channel up. Who knows? If it does, then I've got a lot of research to do before each video, so that'll be fun too. Anyway, so we'll see you next week, where we're talking about, what are we going to be talking about? Ernest Saves Christmas, another Christmas movie. I was supposed to do a Christmas movie for this review that we just did, but, Black Widow sounded so tempting to watch, and I was interested. But, 4 out of 5 is pretty good star rating for this thing. Anyway, so we'll see you next week for Ernest Saves Christmas. Make sure you come back and see that. Bye now. Take care. Oh, I forgot one little thing we got to do.
Bye.